everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Piper Harlow Show. With all of the things happening across the globe, we really hope that our show will persuade you to go out there and let your talents, creativity, and especially love shine. For it is the care and ingenuity of people like you who will move our world towards a better tomorrow. We have an amazing lineup of guests for you today. We have hip-hop legend T Money joining us to discuss his lifelong career in the music business and his ever-expanding marketing company, T450 Style and Launch. Next, we have three of the contributing women of Magnificently Made. This book will motivate you to share unique highlights and ties that empower and connect us all together. And finally, we have our dear friend and stunning artist, Stella Chang. Her transcendental pieces are rooted in the healing power of art, and you will be so moved to hear her story. So please go ahead, grab your favorite cup of coffee or whatever your beverage of choice is, get settled in, and enjoy the show. I am so excited to have our first guest today, my friend, Mr. T Money. You know him from the group Original Concept and, of course, Yo MTV Raps. T Money is now an entrepreneur and has a podcast of his own as well called The T Money Podcast Joint featuring Sierra Ross. T, thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you for inviting me, man.
I'm so excited.
This is so good. I'm so happy for you, man.
Aww.
Oh, my goodness. Yo, listen, check her show out, man. News 12, man. Do right by her.
I love it.
What's going on? What's going on? Talk to me.
Yeah, so let's talk about music.
Okay.
So I know that your family had a really big inspiration to you when getting started in the music.
Well, when I grew up in my household, we played all kind of music as a kid. You know,
in Long Island.
In Long Island, New York, we grew up. You know, my parents were the party house, so we had
Oh.
tons of parties in my house as a kid. So I was exposed to different variations of music, a lot of soul music. You know, a lot of funk, a lot of all kind of music that was coming through. So I had a broad range of musical inspirations as a kid, and my home was a sports home and music, so that's how I came up.
Sports and music. So I think everybody really wants to know. I mean, you're really one of the creators of hip hop, and right now we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So tell me, I know you and Dr. Dre started doing some beats. Like, how did this happen? What was your inspiration?
Well, I'm not gonna say I'm one of the creators of hip hop because I was certainly sure not one of the creators, but I am one of the pioneers. I was there early on. Myself and Dr. Dre, we actually started off as DJs in the neighborhood, like everybody else. I mean, I aspired to be a DJ as a kid. I used to DJ on this big, huge wooden DJ. Like, you ever had one of those old stereos back in the day your parents had that you could lift the wood top up and you have the radio inside of it?
I'm not going to admit it, but yes.
Yeah, it's like one of those classic pieces.
Yes.
So I aspired starting from there, and then I got another turntable, put it on top of it, and I thought I was like the coolest person. I was playing music for my parents and the little parties in the house, and then from there, when I went to high school, I actually got in a DJ group, which was Dr. Dre already started the group, and I got with him. And then we started DJing in the neighborhood, and we became popular in our neighborhood. And moved on from there, and then we went to college, and then we did college radio.
Yep.
That's where we met Public Enemy and Flavor Flav, Chuck D, and then our career took off from there. And then we eventually got a deal on Def Jam Records.
Yes.
From there, and then went on to do MTV from there.
Yeah, and so your song is actually still considered one of the most sampled songs to this day.
Yep. Knowledge Me and Can You Feel It and Pump That Bass are pretty sampled material.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Every like Friday night when 5 o'clock would come, like that's what would be on the radio. You'd hear little pieces of that from all the DJs.
Yeah, no question.
Love it. So, all right, so you had this successful music career, and all of a sudden I turn on my TV one day, and there you are on Yo MTV Raps.
Right.
How did that happen?
Well, Peter Doherty and Ted Demme were formulating a television show for MTV, and at that time, MTV was not playing rap music at all.
No.
But they had the inspiration. They figured, well, we wanted to do this television show, and they went out to find people that would fit their concept of what they wanted. So Peter Doherty came to Dre and asked Dre to do a show. Ted Demme went to Ed Lover to do a show, so they put those two guys together. And then once the show was created, they put me on the show. And
And you read all the fan man. You were the mailman.
I was the mailman. I did mail early on, and then I started co-hosting with them. and it became a great partnership, man. I started doing comedic skits on the show, which I'm pretty famous for. And
You got to do some on this show.
that'll be
Let me
fine.
do
I'm
that.
cool with that. You know what I mean? So I mean, Halloween just passed, so we have to start it all over next year.
Okay.
We'll work on it. But yeah, so I started doing comedic skits, and the show became a household thing where everybody would go home. I mean, till this day, people tell me, I used to race home from school to watch you
Yes.
guys on television. It
Yes,
was cool.
there was nothing like it at the time. That was really, really a pioneer show.
Right.
And the people, I mean, you have interviewed everybody from Biggie to Tupac, the Beastie Boys. I mean,
Yes.
incredible. Like, how did that feel to meet all of those people?
Well, I knew the Beasties, before because we were
Brooklyn,
and we were on their label, and so we were all on the same label. But it was great, man. I mean, there was some of the most awesome experiences I've ever had in my career. Meeting some of these people. I mean, we met Michael Jackson. We met tons of people. We know Mel Gibson, Louis Gossett Jr. I mean, the list is vast and very impressive. All the people that we ran and we met. So I'm grateful to what MTV offered me, and it helped me actually propel and sustain a career during that time and after. Actually.
Yeah, and you're a great business person, and that's also why I like to have you on the show, because you are a true entrepreneur. You went to school for marketing,
right?
You got your degree, and now you have a successful marketing company, T450 Style and Launch.
The T450 Style and Launch, yes, it's my creation. We were formulated in 2012. We actually do marketing, promotions, and special entertainment projects, such as my podcast, the T Money Podcast joint with Sierra Ross. We actually launched that a year ago. And we also do several events in New York City and out of New York City with different alcohol brands, and we've been doing well.
Yeah, you were one of the sponsors for the gala that we did.
Oh yeah, no question.
Yes,
no question.
That was amazing.
Thanks to Angels and Cowboys and Cannonball Wines, they actually helped you guys.
People loved it.
Yes. you guys enjoyed it. I'm quite sure. I was told that you guys had a good time, so it worked out.
Thank you so much for that.
No question. Yeah.
What advice would you give to artists that are starting, especially now in this digital age, who are just trying to make it?
Well, if you're trying to, what's considered making it? Let's kind of define that first. I mean, if you're interested in getting some notoriety and some exposure for your brand so you can grow in your marketplace, you just have to remain diligent. You have to take advantage of the opportunities that are before you. You have to be consistent even when things seem cloudy and they don't seem to be working well for you. You have to continue, doing it. It's a 24-hour a day thing. Trust me, because I have to do it all day, every day.
Yeah.
To maintain a level of some sort of semblance of success,
Yeah, and I think that's great advice because, success is not overnight.
Right.
And there's so many things that are going to go wrong. And a lot of times, anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
No question.
I've done that. I've witnessed that a million times in my life. And I think that's what, really separates the winners, the people who are going to succeed, is that you don't give up.
Yeah,
no matter what happens, you find a way, you pivot, you continue going, you don't listen to other people.
Once you quit, that's it for you. It's done. If you don't give up, it's never over. So you just got to continue to strive, and be well educated in what you do. I mean, don't take on a business that you don't know anything about. I mean, when I chose to do marketing, I didn't just leave Your Own TV Raps and do marketing. I worked with a marketing firm for 5 to 6 years. I went back to college to get my degree in communications. And I went to NYU to get a degree in marketing. So I got my education on my what I was inspiring to become. So that's what you should do too. You should learn a lot about what you're trying to do. Some people, they just tend to take on things that they don't know much about, and they wonder why they're not successful. So it gets to be a bit much.
Very true. I think having a good mentor also helps.
No question.
Ask questions.
Ask
questions.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. So T, where can people find you? Where can they find the company?
Watch my show, the T Money Podcast joint with Sierra Ross. We're on YouTube. You can go on that and check that out. And you can hit me up at the T Money Podcast joint on Instagram. Holla at me. I'm here, man. You know what I mean? I'm here.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here today. Yes.
Yo, look, News 12, man. Do right by Piper, man. Stop playing, man.
We're going to make a song. We're going to do a song.
No question. Oh, I'm ready. Let's make it happen.
I'm telling you. That's what's up.
Cheers, man. Salute, man. Salute. All right.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We will be right back with our next guest. And right now, American Liberty Ballet is going to take us to our commercial.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash? Then give us a try. You'll get the most money, and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
Call National Estate Jewelry Buyers at 732-257-4653 or visit us online at www.toppricesforgold.com.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash? Then give us a try. You'll get the most money, and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
Hi, guys. I want to welcome you to the DIY PR behind the scenes blueprint, teaching you all the secrets you need to learn how to do PR for yourself. Pre-register today for the DIY course by going to piperharlow.com under the Work With Us tab. Welcome back. I am here with three amazing ladies, actually 3 of 33, who have collaborated on a book called Magnificently Made. Today I have with me Christy Canny, Maureen Spataro, and Jen Garcia Mawson. Thank you guys for coming today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. We're so excited to be here.
Yes, yes. So tell me about this book. Like, tell me, how did this come to be? Where did the idea come from?
You know, through our mutual friend, our
Yes.
publisher, Jennifer Toomer Young, had this vision of these words dropped into her heart 16 years ago about being magnificently made. She was having a struggle, and she decided that she put it out 2 years ago, that she had a dream to everybody to write a chapter, 33 women. And she just put it out on social media, and that's how it became to be.
So it's individual stories, 33 chapters. Each woman wrote their individual chapter about a different life struggle or something that happened in their life. Can you tell me a little bit about your contribution to the book?
My contribution, I'm chapter 12, and it's about being my mother's caretaker. My mother had stage 4 metastatic kidney cancer, and the last 14 months of her life she came to live with me, and it was all the things that I didn't know because I had never been a caretaker before. So I kind of wrote my story about those were my greatest lessons.
Aw,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a good one.
it is. And your pin today, you're wearing a
Yes,
pin.
I have a little angel pin. Brought her with me.
Yeah. And Jen, you've made a career for yourself in real estate while pursuing writing.
Yes.
And just tell me, like, how have these two careers influenced each other?
In real estate, to be successful, I feel like you have to be authentic.
Yes.
And
100%.
Yeah.
I've been in real estate a
Oh,
long
you-
time. I stopped doing it now, but
People can tell. If
yes,
you're being fake,
100%.
yeah. So if you're authentic, I feel like you can be successful. And then with the writing, the same. Like I feel like if you're authentic and if you're portraying a message that is being vulnerable,
Yeah.
then I feel like it's way more meaningful than anything else.
Yes.
So I feel like being a realtor and being authentic and then being a writer and being authentic has been like a beautiful marriage.
And so, which chapter is yours?
So I'm chapter 2. It's called Making Moves, and it does talk about real
Oh,
estate.
I like that. Making moves.
Moves.
Yes.
Yeah. I talk about how I've moved 7 times in 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with a small child in tow. My son was 1 at the time.
Oh,
But
my
we
goodness.
moved to make our real estate dreams come true. We wanted to become real estate investors. And I talk about how we had to get uncomfortable with the moving, but
Yes.
we were following our goals. And in the
I love
end,
it.
we became, you'll see, it's a really awesome
You're
chapter
gonna
about my
have
story.
you're gonna have to read to find out
Yeah.
the end of that one. And Christy, tell everybody about your story.
Oh, so in my chapter, I am chapter 7. It's called Finding Your Superpower. So I wrote about it circles a couple of stories in my life about my fear of flying and how I was able to find by somebody that was going totally crying next to me in panic mode that if you turn turn your power and turn strength into somebody else, that you find your own internal strength.
Yes.
So I spoke about my son had open heart surgery when he was born. It was an emergency C-section.
Oh my gosh.
And I was able to rally through and cheer on everybody else, because I saw that when I cheered everybody else on and told them that he was going to be okay, that I got through it myself. And it was just a great story, and be able to put it out to give hope for others that,
Absolutely. Absolutely. I found that in my own life too, when, dealing with PTSD and anxiety. There's definitely times when somebody else is having an issue. All of a sudden, hours will go by and I'm like, whoa, like I don't have the anxiety because you're just helping other people.
Right.
And I really think that, in my own personal belief, that's why we're all here on this earth, is to really help other people out.
100%.
Yeah.
And that's totally what the book's purpose is.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
is.
really going to help others.
And speaking of the book, and speaking of something on the side, you're so sassy. I love it. You have another business
I do.
with jewelry, and this is actually how we met. At an event, I happened to be walking by, and
Oh, look, I'm going to have to fix her bracelet.
there, oh, wait. How do you fix the bracelet?
Oh, grab life by the balls and pull.
There you go. So let's do that. But I happened to be walking by, and you had a bracelet that says "Fearless," which is my motto in life. It's my everything. It's my tattoo. And I was just so drawn to that. And then I found out the amazing story you had behind these bracelets.
Yeah. So with Vented in Brooklyn, what we do is, it came to me as a dream, praying to God for an idea, and we gift a cancer patient with every purchase.
Yeah.
So you have a scent in the back, and during the day when you're stressed, you inhale and exhale. But the beautiful thing is that knowing that somebody else has a bracelet with you. So somebody else that's going through a trauma. And through the past few years, I met so many amazing women who are breast cancer survivors. And I myself 2 years ago was diagnosed with breast cancer. And because of all the amazing people that I've met, I was able to make a very, very quick decision in my path, and had a double mastectomy, and I'm so blessed. And everything, and all the women entrepreneurs that I've met inspired me and helped me through that situation. And that the day that I went to my double mastectomy, I brought 400 bracelets with me, because I asked
wow.
people to finding strength
Yes.
is by giving strength.
Yes.
So I focused on, I want everybody in the hospital to get a bracelet that day. And I
Absolutely.
asked people to
Absolutely.
sponsor a bracelet, and it
I've
happened.
given them to my friends as well.
Yeah.
They have various words on there. Fearless is just something that's personal to me. So where can people go to find these bracelets, to purchase one, to donate one to somebody else in need, especially with the holidays coming up? I think this is something that it'd be really, really just heartfelt.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So you can go to ventedinbrooklyn.com. You can buy yourself a bracelet. And sometimes we have a lot of things going where we're doing fundraising. You can have that opportunity to just gift one to a cancer patient if you would like as well.
That's amazing. And for everybody, magnificently made. Where can everybody go to buy this book? Because everybody, you need to buy this book.
So you can go to magnificentlymade.net, and you have
Okay.
the opportunity to get it. There's 33 authors that you can either choose to go directly to their link,
Oh,
or you can go to, we all have the opportunity to make money with this book. So you can support just an individual
I love
author
it.
or buy
Women
it for yourself.
supporting
You
women.
would-
That's
exactly.
the whole vibe. That's it. Awesome. Is there anything else, parting words, you guys would like to say to the world?
I'm just really excited. Excited to get our stories out there, and we hope it inspires other people. My chapter is about inspiration. Other chapters are about relating to other women and journeys in life, and we're just excited.
The American Liberty Ballet is going to take us to our commercial break, so please stay tuned. We will be right back with Stella Chang.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash and give us a try. You'll get the most money, and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
Call National Estate Jewelry Buyers at 732-257-4653 or visit us online at www.toppricesforgold.com.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash and give us a try. You'll get the most money, and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
want to welcome you to the DIY PR behind the scenes blueprint, teaching you all the secrets you need to learn how to do PR for yourself. Pre-register today for the DIY course by going to piperharlow.com under the Work With Us tab. Welcome back to the Piper Harlow Show. I am sitting here with one of my absolute favorite artists, Stella Chang.
Hello.
Stella, thank you for being here. I had so much fun with you at our gala. You are really becoming such a friend of the show.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love being here too.
So I actually met you, like 2 years ago now?
Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yep.
at the 14C Art Fair in Jersey City.
Yep.
And I was walking through with Q, the choreographer for the show, and one of our assistants.
Mm-hmm.
And your artwork just stood out.
Oh,
and
thank
It was
you.
one of the few pieces I bought.
That's right. Yes, you did.
I'm very picky with my art, but it just spoke to me. And I'm so
Okay.
glad to have you here today. And Stella actually brought some of her artwork with us.
Yes, right
But
over
with
here.
for the show.
Yep.
So tell me about the art and your journey and how you connected.
Yeah, sure. So art to me, is a compulsion. I'm born to want to do art. This sounds really crazy, but it's really true.
No, I fully believe that.
Okay.
I always say that I think when you're a child, you know what you're supposed to do.
That's exactly it. Since I was 3, the moment I can hold a pen, I was drawing and
Drawing.
doodling, and I just never stopped. And now it's more like a form of freedom, a form of self-expression to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It can be very cathartic.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
Where do you get your inspiration for the piece that you're going to create in that moment?
Oh
Or do
my
you
goodness.
have different series?
I do have different series, but for the most part, my inspirations kind of come into my head. So there are
Okay.
2 different type of artists in the world. The first one is they had to see what's in the real world and they capture the likeness of it.
Mhm.
And I'm the second type. I kind of use my mind's eye. I see things in my head and I just try to capture them as fast as I can.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's just so fascinating.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's almost like a sixth sense, right?
Yeah,
When it comes
yeah.
through you.
It's a little bit of a channeling if you believe in that.
No, I do.
Okay,
Actually, I really
good.
do. I think that's fantastic.
Cool.
And you mostly use watercolors. as
Yes,
your main focus,
yes, and one of the reasons why I do watercolor, actually 2 reasons, is because I paint really fast. Because I had
paint fast,
I paint
okay.
very fast, and watercolor is one of the things that you can just go. You just go
Yes.
with the ink, with the color, and the water, and it dries really fast within 30 seconds. So you got
Oh,
one
wow.
shot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you cannot repaint it like
See,
oil
I've always
paint.
painted with acrylics
Okay.
because I'm scared of exactly that it's going to bleed, that something's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely for people who's not afraid to see. Oh, let's see what happens.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. That's amazing. And I know that you've had some health challenges in your life.
Yeah.
And so tell me, how, with the things that you face, how has art, helped you heal, or how have you had a connection with the art?
Right. So about 2 years ago, very long story short, I had my very first autoimmune flare-up. And just this summer, I was diagnosed with lupus. So I'm still very much struggling with it. They're still trying to find the best treatment for me. But during this time, almost 2 full years where I have no diagnosis, I was struggling with so much physical and mental pain. And art is one of those things where your mind and your body literally connects seamlessly. And as I was painting, I realized I'm literally channeling out all the physical pains. I'm redirecting my mind. I'm not focusing on, ow, that hurts, like 24/7. I'm focused on, I'm creating something on a piece of paper. Let me just look at what's on a piece of paper. And as I finish painting, I'm done. I walk away. I left my
You
pain.
leave it.
Yeah,
You
right
left
there.
your pain in the painting.
That's exactly it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
So-
I like to believe that's why Frida Kahlo painted so much of herself.
There you go.
Yeah, she had a lot more pain than I did.
I never really looked at it that way, but I think that's amazing. And for all struggles in life, right?
Absolutely.
If it's mental, if you're having a lot of anxiety, a lot of different pains.
Yeah. So art therapy really is a real
Get
thing.
into the art therapy.
Yeah, it's a real study science.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so did you go to school for this, or you're just naturally gifted?
Well, I like to believe I'm naturally gifted, but I did go to school.
Definitely naturally gifted.
Thank you. I did go to school. I did get my arts degree, and I couldn't find a job after that. So I went into fashion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So after graduation, I was straight into fashion for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I really thought that was it. That was my career until 2 years ago when I was hit with that flare up.
And
Yeah.
now you're a successful artist.
Oh, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
I'm so excited.
There's still a lot of ladders for me to climb, but I'll get
You're
there.
going to get there. One step at a time.
Thank you.
Aw.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have for artists or those who may be yet to pursue their career of art?
If for anyone who are serious about pursuing art as a career, find your community. Get to know other artists and learn from them. Mentorship, surprisingly, is very important in the artistic community. If you try to make it by yourself, it's very difficult. Yeah,
That's great advice.
I'm very realistic.
Well, Stella, it was such a pleasure to see you. As always.
Likewise.
Thank you for coming to the show. And if you want to find Stella, look at all the different artwork that she has, please go to her website at artbystellachang.com. And where can people follow you on social media?
Art by Stella Chang. Instagram, very simple.
Straight across the board.
Yep.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
Everybody, stay right with us. We will be right back. And first, American Liberty Ballet. Hi guys, I want to welcome you to the DIY PR behind the scenes blueprint, teaching you all the secrets you need to learn how to do PR for yourself. Pre-register today for the DIY course by going to piperharlow.com under the Work With Us tab.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash and give us a try. You'll get the most money and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
Call National Estate Jewelry Buyers at 732-257-4653 or visit us online at www.toppricesforgold.com.
Diamonds and watches and coins we buy. Need extra cash and give us a try. You'll get the most money and that's not a lie. We're in East Brunswick, so come and say hi.
That wraps up this week's episode of the Piper Harlow Show. A big thanks to all of our amazing guests, to our creative and technical team, and of course to you, our friends, for watching at home. If you have an inspiring story to share, don't hold yourself back. We would love to hear from you. Please go to bookings at thepiperharlowshow.com. And guys, pursue your passions and succeed. Remember, in a world full of challenges, don't forget to be your own cheerleader. You deserve that from yourself. We'll see you next week, and remember, be seen, be heard, and always be fearless. Woo!